Hello folks, this is Sula speaking, and you're watching a commentary video for League of Legends, this one featuring Annie. If you missed part 1 of this video, you probably should go and check it out. It's about as well as I've ever played Annie. If you notice the score in the top right corner, I have 12 kills, 0 deaths, and 1 assist. So I have 12 of our team's 14 kills and assisted on 1 of the other 2 kills. So I have been playing about as well as I think that I can play. Unfortunately, we have had a disconnect on one of our players. Bristol's, our Ashe player, who was soloing mid earlier in the game, disconnected at about the 18-minute mark, and so we've had to play very defensively for the last couple minutes. And while that's been happening, their team's Cogmal player has been able to get a lot of farm in without us being able to harass him. See, like right now, their Cogmal is up in top lane, and there's a big wave of minions, and he's just farming them with, and there's nothing we can do about it because we're missing a player. So anyway, Bristol's has reconnected, but has he actually reconnected? Because we still don't see him moving around, and in fact, no, he actually has not reconnected. He is going to disconnect again in a moment. We'll get the message. We wanted to come in and fight these guys 3-on-3. Unfortunately, we needed 3 people to be able to do that. Like we needed Cole here to come in order to fight that battle. So once again, I'm just waiting. I wanted one of them to initiate, and they kind of weren't initiating, which was a little frustrating to me. Yeah, see, there's the message. Bristol's is actually no. Bristol's actually is not here. I kind of wanted Cole or Uberfist to charge in. I mean, Annie can initiate, but when you've got 2 tanky melee DPS, you'd kind of want them to go in front of Annie. So again, I was just kind of waiting on that, and it wasn't happening. And the whole while, Cogmal is still pushing top lane while this is going on. Anyway, Singed is here now too. So again, we're just trying to pick the right moment to fight. Cogmal continues to push top, and there's just nothing we can do because we're down a player, and we're just in trouble. So anyway, I'm going to catch out Soraka here with Tibbers, and that's going to allow us to get that kill pretty easily. I don't think that we're going to be able to get the other 2, but instead we're gonna back off here. And let's see, now Bristol's is finally back, which is good. Cole gets caught by Lux down in bottom lane, gets caught by Lux and Singed, so I'm going to come down here to try to rescue him. Let's see, and is he going to be able to get out of there? Yes, it looks like he is going to be able to make his escape. So that was good, and now it looks like Bristol's is finally back, but Bristol's has been gone for 6 minutes, and unfortunately that really did hurt us a lot because we were quite a bit ahead, and instead of being able to build on our advantage, we just kind of had to sit back and let their other team get back into the game. In particular, like I've been mentioning this a couple times, but their Cogmal player has been farming a lot, and they were able to push down top tower really with no resistance because of that. So anyway, we are still in the game. Bristol's has missed a lot of gold and a lot of experience from being gone. You can see he's only level 11, which was equal to the top levels at the time, but now he's behind. Now typical level is 12 or 13. So he's lost something like 3 or 4 levels by being disconnected. So that was unfortunate. It's going to make this game, now I would say this game is more even, whereas before we were very far ahead. And I'm just going to have to continue playing well. As I said, we need more map sight. We don't know where any of them are right now. It looks like they were able to score dragons somewhere along the lines there while we were down a player. Here, I was trying to tell Bristol's that if he could arrow this Singed, it was a guaranteed kill. The problem was when Bristol's disconnected, he also disconnected off of our chat server, our online chat server, so he couldn't hear anything that we were saying. And unfortunately, I couldn't move him back into the channel we were using while the game was going on. I tried to do that, but I wasn't able to tab out of the game. So now he's not on voice chat with the rest of us either, due to his disconnect. So that was also pretty bad. And like right there, if we had been able to communicate better, I suppose I probably should have just typed in, you can arrow there. But when you're playing on a like a TeamSpeak or a Ventrilo server, you kind of get used to talking, and you're not thinking, oh, I should start typing messages to other people in the team. But anyway, I was hoping that we could catch out that Singed there, but evidently not. Right now, we're still just going back and forth, looking for an opportunity to engage, looking for an opportunity to fight. You can see that once again that Reconnecting is, if we can just catch him with any kind of a stun, he's going to die here. At that range, Bristol's really should arrow him. I mean, I know I wasn't able to say it on voice chat, but I almost feel like I shouldn't need to say that. I mean, when he's standing right next to two of us, all you need to do is arrow him at point blank range, and it's going to be a kill. So it was a little. I do wish that he had just arrowed him there, and then I could have followed and stunned, and that would have been a guaranteed kill. So anyway, yeah, like right here, right there where I stood still, I was trying to tab out of the game and move him back onto our onto our chat thing, and just couldn't do it. Oh well. Anyway, moving on here, we were hoping to again go after this Reconnecting here, and you can see one of us, Bristol's, has marked in with the targeting circle, and now there Bristol's is able to get off the his arrow, and sure enough, just as I was saying a minute ago, it's an easy kill for the two of us. So yep, I mean that we could have done that at any point in time over the past few minutes. That would have been a kill. Now with him gone, we're gonna push this tower here. Just dodge out of the way of Kog'Maw's ultimate, and with Tibbers pushing on the tower, we're going to be able to get that kill. Now let's see, Singe is coming after me, and Voice is going to get a nice Warwick ult on him, and Bristol's is going to score the kill. At this point, it's better for Bristol's to be scoring these kills than me, because I have a ton of kills already. It's better for him, who doesn't have a lot of kills, to be scoring them, get him the extra gold. Let's see here, we were considering pushing on that tower, but instead we decided let's try to go and help out bottom lane. Let's try to go help them out. Again, notice that Bristol's wasn't with us because he couldn't hear what we were saying. This looked like a really good opportunity to come in here and come in behind the rest of the their team and come in and score a kill. I should have ghosted earlier. There, Soraka's able to get into the brush. Nonetheless, I'm going to get off my stun, and with that stun, I believe we're going to be able to score that kill on Soraka. Yep, so there we go, score another kill, and at this point, I'm 1403 and in really good shape. And here I was hoping that we could push this tower. I was hoping that we could push this tower and then go after Dragon. So unfortunately, we don't have the minions to go after it. And meanwhile, Kog'Maw is pushing our middle lane tower because everyone left mid. That was a strategic mistake by tactical mistake by our team to have everybody leave mid and let Kog'Maw go push on it unopposed. So that was a mistake. Notice that Cog's also up to 16. He's been farming really well. He's been getting a ton of farm, which is exactly what his players should be doing. He's now caught up to me in levels. I've been involved in more team fighting. He's been more solo pushing lanes, which is good. Let's see. Now at this point, I believe we're going to go after the dragon. We were going to correctly pull the dragon out of its little cubby, which is good. Unfortunately, though, they're catching Bristol's and Cole out in bottom lane, and I realized, hey, we can't do dragon. We need to come help save the rest of our team here. So anyway, I'm going to drop Tibbers on Reconnecting and continue going after him. Let's see, I am going to score that kill on Reconnecting, and then at this point they're coming after me. Am I going to be able to get out of here? Get off my stun on Singed? I don't have Ghost up. I'm not able to secure that. So I do finally get taken down by Singed, and Voice of Unreason is going to clean up. So he was able to dive me and kill me. The only bad thing is because I was legendary, I give up the 1,000 gold bonus, and while this is going on, Kog'Maw's pushing down middle lane. So that was, I think that we had to come in there, had to go join that fight. As you could see, we lost 2 kills bottom. I felt like we had to go down there to help out, but at the same time, Kog'Maw just kept farming mid and pushed down our second middle lane tower. So we've given up our 2 middle lane towers very, very easily, and that was a big mistake. We should have prevented that from happening. But I mean, really, the key problem there was 2 people got caught out of position bottom. We suffered two deaths bottom, and then the rest of the team had to go in there to help out. And while that was going on, their Kog'Maw was able to push down middle lane tower. So just people getting caught out of position, and way, way, way too much free farm for their Kog'Maw. You can see he's got 175 minion kills. I have 150. I felt I've been doing pretty well, but when no one else on your team is above 90 and someone on their team has 170, that is going to be a problem in the late game. So anyway, we are still going back and forth. I'd still say we have the advantage in this game, but I mean, Kog'Maw was able to pick off Voice of Unreason, and then he was able to pick off Bristol's, and those were just unnecessary deaths, to be perfectly honest. I'm not sure why he was able to get 2 more kills, and then while this is going on, the rest of their team pushes down bottom lane. Anyway, we catch Renekton out of position here, so Tibbers ult into Incinerate, Disintegrate, and that's going to be an easy kill for me. I mean, at this point, my Annie is just so strong, I can burst people down like it's nothing. I have 440 AP, I've got my Ignite there. I used my Ignite to try to make sure I got the kill on that Renekton. So really, this game has sort of turned into a duel between myself and Kog'Maw, with each of our teams helping out. Meanwhile, bottom lane is in trouble again. Voice of Unreason and Uberfish are, again, I don't know the particulars of what's happening there, but Voice of Unreason gets caught out and killed. Again, Uberfish was able to escape that, but just a lot of people getting picked and killed in this game, like well out of position. So again, I wasn't sure exactly what was going on everywhere on the map, but people getting killed. Look, Lux hits Tibbers with a binding there, which is pretty funny. They're all behind us. We have to be really careful here. You can see this is a 3-on-3, so we can definitely fight this. It's not the worst positioning in the world. Let's see, going to go after that Singed because he's low. I'm going to try to finish him off. Their Lux is doing a good job of dumping shields on the enemy team. Let's see, can we finish that off? Yes, Bristol gets the kill. I get the assist. So Uberfish died, but we were able to trade 1-for-1. I'm not sure if we come out ahead or they come out ahead there, but I guess it's relatively even. 1-for-1, I guess you'd say it's an even exchange. Also, they wanted to take our blue. We were able to prevent them from doing that, so that's always a good sign. And now I'm going to go and score this blue again. I think that I'm definitely the right person on the team to grab it. And if you've noticed, I'm actually out of mana here, so it's good timing for me to take it and then go back and buy. Let's see, they are pinging the dragon. We're not sure what's going on there. I think we're going to check to see if it's up or if they've already taken it, and it looks like our team's going to do it. Also, good time for me to go back and buy. I just have enough gold for Zanya's Hourglass, which is going to take me, give me a little bit extra ability power, going to give me extra armor, and give me the ability to put myself in stasis. So I'm going to move that into slot 1, where hopefully I'll remember to use it. I'll always have trouble remembering to use Zanya's. Back when we had Zanya's Ring, and you bought Zanya's Ring in every game, I was better about using it. But now that we have the Hourglass, and you don't buy it as often, I find myself forgetting to use it again, which is a little silly. Anyway, let's see, how are things? Again, I'd say the game's pretty even. I know we're ahead in kills, but they've gotten more towers than us, and the other problem that's increasingly becoming apparent as this game goes on is, if you know how this game is structured, Annie, as a character, very strong mid game. Annie tapers off late game. Annie is not a late game champion. She's pretty good at the start of the game. When she hits, I'd say when she's around level 11 or so, when she has Tibbers at rank 2, she's extremely strong. She can burst people down like crazy, and you saw me just blowing up people left and right. But the problem is, in extreme late game, she tails off, as most casters do, and I get caught out of position here. Wasn't expecting a bunch of them to be in the jungle, so 3 of them are going to jump me here. This is a bad play on my part. I'm going to drop Tibbers into the middle of them, continuing to just dance around the tower here, make sure that they take tons of tower shots. Let's see, I'm going to get off my Ignite. I actually Ignite Singed. I wanted to use it on Soraka there. So anyway, we're able to get the kill on Singed, and then now we're going to chase down Soraka, or we should be able to chase down Soraka. Let's see, they're going after Soraka. They get the kill, but now Kog'Maw's coming in, and this is really bad. Kog'Maw's way too fed. He just bursts down Voice of Unreason, bursts down Bristol's, and then Call stands no chance. So Kog'Maw scores a triple kill, and that's bad. That was not a good situation. So even though we score 3 kills, they score an ace, and they have their best pusher alive too. Their Kog'Maw, who's now also 18, and yeah, he is going to have no trouble ripping down this tower whatsoever. Let's see, Fear the Moose. I don't know what that means. I guess that's a reference to Kog'Maw. So that was, yeah, I mean, once he entered that fight, we were just really screwed. I take responsibility for a lot of what happened there. I just got caught, and 3 of them were there. I didn't know that 3 of them were in our jungle, but I should have known not to just go wandering through the jungle when we didn't have visibility on any of them. Now, Uberfish is going to go out to engage, but Uber is engaging not at our tower. Like, he walks away from our tower to go engage, so that's a little bit silly. Not sure I agree with that decision. Anyway, Lux Lux is coming back. Lux is getting caught here. Voice on Reason is trying to ult on their Cogmol, and we are chasing. We are now doing the worst thing that you can do, which is to chase. And unfortunately, Voice is continuing to get caught over and over again. I was hoping that he could get off his ult and that we could, kill that Cogmol, but he's not doing it. And then at this point, I was like, just go after Lux, just ult Lux and let's kill her. So let's see. Let's see. Are we going to be able to finish off Lux? No, we're not going to be able to finish. Not going to be able to finish her off. And now we've been caught way out of position, way out far away from the base. And although I'm going to kill Cogmol, the rest of their team has now shown up, and this is just not going well. So that was a terrible decision on our part. We should not have chased. Chasing way out of the base like that is always a stupid decision. So now it's 4v1 on Cole, and they've just been picking us off one by one as we enter into the fight. So a really dumb decision on our part. Again, my fault too. Stupid decision to do that. You just see those people running away with little health, and you just think that you just think, I've got to get him. But it's not a good thing to do. It's not a decision you want to make. So anyway, now once again, 4 of us are dead, and 4 of them are alive, and now they're gonna be able to push into the base, and they're gonna be able to push on and grab this tower with no real problem. So, but that whole decision to chase there is going to cost us an inhibitor here. And there's nothing that we can do at this point in order to save that. Or maybe not. Maybe they're not going to go for the inhib. They certainly get that tower. I thought that they were going to push on and get this inhib because a bunch of us were still down. But, all right, well, here, now they come. Now they're coming after us. Going to cycle through my first 2 spells just to get closer to my stun. And looks like they're not pushing here. So that means that we need to go and try to rescue our bottom lane. I'm not sure why. Now here, the team runs out and they start fighting in the jungle, and this I was not happy about. I was like, why are you guys going in the jungle? But again, if they're all going to the jungle, I have to come out to support them. Even if this is a mistake, I feel like I have to come out and help them out here. So anyway, we are going to score a kill on that Reconnecting, but now, I mean, you can just see what's going to happen. Their whole team is going to come out here, and as soon as their Cogmol shows up, he's just going to destroy me instantly. And now everybody is running around chasing Singed as Cogmol with red buff just runs through and kills everyone on our team. So this is just not good play. I mean, I hate to say it, but this is really dumb. And I willingly got caught in that initial chase, but I thought that was a terrible decision, and I was trying to tell everyone on the team, don't run into the jungle. Why are you fighting in the jungle? But whatever. At that point, they had committed to going to the jungle, and I felt like I had no choice but to go in to support the team. Anyway, they screw up. One of their Singed player actually gets taken down by the tower of all things, and same thing happens to Cogmol. Cogmol gets taken down by the tower. So anyway, they score 2 stupid deaths. But at this point, it almost doesn't matter. They're just at this point they're just so much stronger than our team. The only one on our team who has sort of has the farm to compete with them is Annie. And as I said a minute ago, Annie is just very weak late game. Annie, by the time everyone starts hitting 18 and starts piling up Banshee's Veils, Annie's just not that strong. You can still stun people and you can still do a lot of damage. Don't get me wrong, but you're just not going to be killing people the way that you can do at say level maybe like 9 to 13 or so. Once you start hitting that late game, basically your ranged carries have to take over, and unfortunately that just wasn't the case in this game. Bristol's, you can see Bristol's has been under leveled the whole time since he disconnected. Ever since he disconnected, he's been behind the leveling curve. Voice of Unreason and Uberfish just aren't doing enough damage with their champs, and Cole is Cole is a tank, but he's an underleveled tank, and that means that he is not as tanky as we'd like him to be. Plus he's Alistair, and let's face it, Alistair's not very good. I mean, you can play Alistair okay, but he's one of the weaker options that you have. He's good at repositioning, but he's not too great at everything beyond that. Anyway, we are doing the right thing here, which is throwing up wards on the map. Yeah, you can see the Cogmol with 218 minion kills is really the whole reason why this game's going the way it is. Once a Cogmol starts to get that much farm, he just becomes super, super strong, and you need to disable him with stuns and snares. Of course, now he has a Banshee's Veil, which is going to protect him against a lot of the stuff I can do. And again, look at our positioning, spread out all over the map. People are just getting picked, killed. Uberfish way out of position, just very easily killed. And now, as soon as Uberfish gets killed, that means that we've now lost our inhibitors because we can't defend them. So we have to get back to the base to defend. And yeah, I mean, it's 4 versus 5, and they're already stronger than us at this point. So that just means that we lose our inhibitor, and there's nothing we can do. So, you know, you just can't get caught out of position that badly. That pick, you know, is going to basically almost just about seal this game, because now they're going to be so far ahead, it's going to be almost impossible to come back and catch up at this point. All right, anyway, so they're going to take that first inhib, and again, it's not like we can fight them at the second inhib either, so they're going to, you know, they're going to score this one as well. If we come out and try to fight, see, like right there, I get silenced by Soraka, and then Lux picks me off, and that means by coming out to try to fight for this, we just get killed. Nothing I can do there, so I'm just going to get bursted down, and, you know, at this point, as soon as I die, that's pretty much it. If I die and if I die and Cole dies, that's, you know, that's pretty much it at this point. So, you know, they're going to take that inhibitor, and then with 3 of us dead and 5 of them still alive, they're not going to have much trouble taking down these the Nexus turrets, and then ultimately just ending the game right here. So, anyway, you know, hard to see this happen. Very frustrating, of course, in a game to see us be that far ahead and then have you know, to just you know, sort of throw it away in that fashion. But you know, that is life. It does happen sometimes. They just their Cogmaul was just too strong. Cogmaul stronger than Annie late game. And unfortunately, we weren't able to have everybody else on the team pick up the slack from there. So yeah, you can see Uberfish says disconnects what. So unfortunate, but anyway. And they said our fed cog greater than your fed Annie, which was very true. So overall, by now you've probably realized that the title of this game, saying it was the perfect game, was of course intended to be ironic. The whole reason why I want to do this is to show that in a game like this, which is a team game, no matter how well you might play personally, it is a team game, and if your team isn't able to work together effectively as a team, that means that you can still lose the game. So even though I felt that I played Annie about as well as I can possibly play Annie in this game, starting the game, I think 14-0 at one point, and 16-1-5 at another point, when you play a champion like Annie that's not strong late game, you have to bear in mind that other people are going to have to pick up the slack on your team. And once Bristol's disconnected from the game, we were just never really able to get back into it. So again, it's a team game. You win as a team, you lose as a team. I don't want to blame people on this. I will say that the reason why they were able to come back into the game was partially the Bristol's disconnect, but also partially because as much as I was able to win that top lane, you know, take on the 2v1 and still win in dominant fashion, they were able to win the bottom lane just as decisively. Uberfish and Cole just were not able to stand up to that Lux-Soraka combination, and unfortunately they did not have the strongest games. So anyway, interesting game. I wanted to cast this game. I wanted to show what this game looked like just because it was a very unusual game. I thought it was still a fun game. I won't say I wasn't frustrated, because I was frustrated at the end of this game, but when you play a game like League of Legends, that is ultimately stuff like this is going to happen. You will get carried to victory sometimes when you play terrible, and sometimes you'll play great, and your teammates just aren't able to pick up the slack. So anyway, thanks again. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like it or upvote it, and I'll try to have more videos up soon. So take care.